Are we all getting one room?
No, there's individual rooms in the keep that you
Ah,
each one get your own.
all right. I'm just gonna go to bed.
Yeah.
7:30 in the evening.
Yeah, I'm tired probably from the road. I'd
Mm,
imagine. A
yeah, I've been
warm bed,
traveling.
the comforts of home, things a halfling loves.
Okie dokie. So what's everybody else doing?
I agree with the halfling.
Yeah. We've been traveling for a while on foot, dragging a mule.
Take a
And
bath.
hmm
All
get some
right.
oils in my beard.
Okay. So Cavlin, what are you going to do?
I'm going to find the busiest looking inn I can find, flag down the owner, negotiate for an entertaining fee, put out the begging cup as well, and then, play my new song and a bunch of other ones. Expand my reputation.
Okay. Well, these fellas they go upstairs and the young unibrow girl takes them each to their room, and she gets Rickon's uh, some hot water for him to wash up with.
Ah, thank you,
There's
lass.
there's a metal type tub that sits off to the side of the bed. You can get in that and take a bath. You guys are doing your thing, and he jets out. And as you come out of the gate, you see various people flittering to and fro. They're going to different places, and you start down the road, and you get about a block and a half or 2 blocks away from the keep itself, and you see a white building. People are coming in and out of it. It's 2 stories, windows up top, and there's a sign hanging out that's called the Sleazy Dragon. And
I,
hmm?
I will approach one of the patrons and ask him if this is the best inn around.
Well, for this part of town, sir. And by the way, what is that thing on your back?
My loot?
A lute. That's what it's called. Okay, he's a little bit dumb. He's like an IQ of -3. And he goes, "Well, the grub in here is good. The drinks in here is good. The girls in here is good. The entertainment sucks."
Well, thank you very much, my good man. I will see to changing that immediately.
And as you walk in, you see tables full of people, um, just all different kinds. There's dwarves, there's elves, there's halflings, there's all kinds of people. It's noisy, and you see this big, buff Archie Bunker kind of white-haired guy that's behind the bar, and there's a stage that kind of sits back just a little bit. It's small. There's a couple of little smoke pot kind of um, candles there and stuff, just barely enough to light it up. And you see that there are leftover pieces of fruit and tomatoes and things like that that people have thrown and stuff like that. And it's just a hopping little place. And you walk in and you come over to the bar. Bartender says, "Can I get for you, sir?"
Well, I was thinking you might pay me to play a few songs and encourage your patrons to drink tonight. I'm Cathwall Pierzun from over down in Waterdeep.
"I've never heard of you. Can you play something?"
Well, can I play something?
"I'm just not going to take you at your word. I've got to hear you.
All right, I'll definitely pull out the lute and I'll play something, quick and simple, but I got a 5. I definitely passed.
And he goes, "Well, it is kind of lackadaisical tonight, but it always is in here. Never have any good entertainment." And he goes, "So, how much are you wanting me to? What are you charging for this entertainment that you're going to bring my patrons tonight?"
I'm thinking 4 gold for the night plus 10% of all sales.
Well, how about we do this then? 10 gold and nothing of the sales.
10 gold, nothing of the sales, and I drink for free.
Okay. Stage is over there.
Okay, and I will go play music, including the epic ballad I just wrote, which I'm going to title On Waterdavian Roads because I can't think of a better one. But otherwise, yeah, I'll give him like a good 4 hours of playing.
And as you're playing, people are liking it. You get the attention of some people. They're listening to you. And sitting at a table about, the middle of the room, and looking up at the stage, there's this burly guy, black hair, mutton chops. His table's so full of empty tankards that it's just like unbelievable. And you're into like your hour and a half mark, and you're playing something, and he kind of comes out of his stupor and he looks at you and he goes, "What the hell is that?"
I just keep playing.
What is this guy playing? What is he? Can you believe this noise that this guy's playing?
I will stop the song and examine the crowd. How many appear to be with him, or do they appear to be annoyed?
They're like looking over at him, but they're not. I mean, there's nobody that's going to make any kind of move over there to say anything to him. He's a big guy. He's not barbarian size, but he's big enough that, there isn't anybody there that's going to really mess with him. The bartender, he hears this guy, and he says, "Let the man play." And he turns around and he goes, "I'm paying for this?" With a little bit of a drunk slur.
Well, tell me, sir, do you have any favorite songs? I'm sure I know a couple of them.
He goes, "Can you play Far, Far Away?"
Well, I don't know. Can I?
And he just kind of laughs and slaps the table, and his beer kind of sloshes. And he laughs. He goes, "I like being me." And he goes, "I tell you what, I'm going to give you 15 more minutes, and if you can't make me like what you're playing, then I'm getting up."
Well, for some reason, people seem to respect this guy, so I think I'm actually going to try and cater to him and make him a little happy. Do I know this song he requested, Far, Far Away? Have I heard that on my tour through Waterdeep?
Have you? Okay, the song "Far, Far Away" is the like, "Can you play Far, Far Away" joke.
Oh, okay, I see. Well, I'll just keep playing then.
All right, you play another song. You're into your like 7th minute. All right, and here's the moment of truth. You're coming on to your new song. Roll a d10.
I got me a 6.
Oh. And he goes, "What is that?" He goes, "Louder, I can hardly hear you." So he's wanting you to pick up the volume of your playing.
Okay, I guess I'll do that.
And he goes, "I think I've heard that before. You learned that from somebody that taught you how to play, didn't you?"
Well, yeah, I didn't write all of my songs. I know far too many for that.
He goes, "Keep playing, it sounds familiar."
I keep playing the tune. Yeah.
And everybody's kind of looking at him because he's starting to get into what you're going. And he yells back to the bartender. He goes, "Get him the special." He goes, "Are you paying for it?" "Yes." "You know I'm paying for it. I'm always paying for it." He goes, Okay. So as you're continuing playing, it's almost time for you to take a break from your set. And one of these, all of the barmaids in this are, well, think of the chick back in Waterdeep. Think of Unibrow. These chicks blow that out of the dust. They are all beautiful. And you have one that is more chest than you've seen in a long time. She comes up and she brings you a stemmed glass. that has this red, very, very red liquid. And if you look at it, you can see there's bubbles at the top. It's almost like a champagne, but as you look at the glass, you can see inside the glass there are little rivulets of what look to be fire inside of it, just kind of dancing inside the glass. They'll show up for one point and they'll disappear. And she goes, "He ordered you the special?" And she sets it down right
This
next.
wouldn't happen to be Elven fire wine, would it?
Well, we call it elemental wine.
Well, thank you, good sir, and I will raise up the glass and toast the asshole who bought me a drink.
Okay, you take a swig, and you take a good little swig. It's at the start, and it tastes like hot damn cinnamon schnapps, but it's like the 100 proof, not the cheesy 80 proof. And after you take that first pull, I want you to roll a d6.
Fuck, I got a 1.
So it kind of gives you a little bit of a belch, and when you do, a little bit of flame comes out.
Awesome.
Just a little bit. It doesn't send you or anything. It's out enough away from your mouth, and you're just going, "Holy crap, what is this?" And the chick that brought it to you is kind of looking at you like, "Ha ha ha," and she walks off. She takes her little tray and walks off. And the guy sees you do that and goes, "Ha ha." Did you see that? And he goes, "Yes, I saw that. I've done it too. We've all done it." He goes, "Yeah, he's worth it."
This stuff is great.
And that first swig, you can feel it. It's gone to your head. You can definitely tell that there's something potent in this here stuff. So he goes, "Well, I guess you're okay. I always have to give the entertainment in here some shit." And he goes, "Don't I like to give the entertainment shit?" And everybody goes, "Yes, yes, you like to give the entertainment shit." He goes, "Well, that's what I do." And the guy at the bar says, "Sir, if it weren't for him, half of the time we wouldn't have any business. He's entertaining enough that in his own right that I keep serving him drinks. Plus, he's worth a lot of money, so..." And he looks back and he goes, "Don't be talking about my money."
Well, to giving the entertainment shit. Now hoist the tankard and take another drink.
Okay, roll a d6.
5.
This time you belch out enough of a flame that it does the old lighting the cigarette, and you get that stinky bit of hair where the flame lights your hair on fire, and you're going, "What the hell is that?" And you realize that you've lit your hair on fire and you're getting that stinky hair thing. Well, it hit a wisp of his hair, and he's going, "What the hell?" Oh, pat, 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 and you see this little puff of smoke, and he's going, "Good one." But he goes, bring me a rag." And
Well, thank you very much, sir.
one of the maidens that are going around giving everybody their beers laughs at him, like, "Ah ha ha." He goes, "Yeah, you're really funny." So the rest of the night goes uneventful. He sits there and listens to you, and the night comes and everybody's kind of starting to get ready to leave because he says the watches come around. And there's a guy that's standing over there in official looking garb with a short sword on his side, and he's talking to the guy, and he nods and he kind of tips his hat off to the guy, and he leaves, and he goes, "Yes, the watch is closing us down. It's that time of night. Everybody get their last, and it's time to go." So people are starting to file out.
I will go find the proprietor and collect my earnings.
So you go up there and he goes, "Well, you didn't scare anybody off. You made it through the night unscathed, pretty much." And he goes, "I like the way you handled him."
Well, it worked, and that wine's pretty good anyway.
And as he tells you that, you see him bending over and kind of going up underneath the bar, and he comes out and he throws a pile of 10 coins. They're gold. He goes, "Stop in any time."
Well, thank you very much. And what's the name of this establishment again?
The Sleazy Dragon.
Well, pleased to meet you and pleased to play here.
And he goes, "Good night."
And I'm off. Stumble home drunkenly because part of the deal was I drink for free, so I'm definitely drunk by this point.
So you get back, knock on the door, and there's a little guy that looks like Homer Simpson. Only thing though is he's in armor. He's got an elongated head. Short guy. He's a dwarf. At the gate, he goes, "Who are you?"
I'm Cathwall and the guest of Lord.
Okay.
Right.
Just a second, and he closes the little gate window there, opens it up, brings you in. The unibrow chick is still up. She takes you up to your room, lays you out, takes off your shoes, throws a blanket on you, and she leaves.
How nice, because I think I needed that help.
Go through the night. Everybody else has slept. And each one of you get a knock at the door. And it's another girl that doesn't have as much of a unibrow. Has all of her teeth. She doesn't look too bad, but she doesn't look too good. And she goes, "It's breakfast time if you gentlemen would like something to eat."
Definitely. I'm there.
As Rick is literally sitting there eating. That's so cool. So he has his breakfast ready to go. So you guys get up, go downstairs, and Lord Nasher is at the table, and he goes, "I've been instructed that to help you guys to get a little bit of a break on going to the Tower of Twilight to furnish you with some horses."
Okay.
And it would probably be best that you go today, because I just received word from Malcourt during the night that something has happened at the tower and that he needs you fine adventurers to come to the tower as soon as you can. We were going to wait till tomorrow, but it seems that things need to be expedited today. So if there's anything that you need, please let me know and we can get it for you. But I have been instructed to provide mounts.
I'm ready when you are.
So now you guys, each one of you, because some people don't, their characters don't like to ride horses, but on your sheets somewhere or on a note, for right now, write down that each one of you has a horse.
What kind of horses are they?
Riding.
They don't have barring or anything, right? Just plain old.
Yeah, just saddle and bridle, saddle, bit and bridle.
Okay.
What about saddlebags?
There is loops that you can attach large sack bag type things, but as far as full-on leather saddlebags, there's not. It's just saddle, bit and bridle, stirrups. That's it. But there are rings on it where you can attach stuff, you know, just like a normal.
At any rate, I think this means I no longer have to mooch the halfling's mule to carry half my shit.
The only thing is now, Gorm, are you going to take your mule with you, or are you just going to upgrade to the horse and leave the mule here?
What kind of terrain are we going to be going through?
Well, right now you don't know. You're still in Neverwinter.
But we had to go to a tower, right?
They said it was across the woods. So
across the Neverwinter woods.
Well, I would have, if we were sticking to the roads, I'd get a wagon, but since we're not, can I even ride a horse, or is it too big for me?
Uh, Gimli on Lord of the Rings wrote it. It's just yours is going to be anybody that's a diminutive person is going to be a smaller pony. Bigger ones can ride the more fuller, what do you call it? The full true riding horse, like a what is it? Not the Morgans, but like the Trotters and all that stuff. That those high-handed horses, you can ride a pony.
Okay, I'll take a pony and keep the mule.
Okay, you know that if you're gonna are you gonna bring the mule with you?
Yeah.
All right. If you have to break out into a gallop, the mule ain't gonna make it.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm going to make sure that my equipment is the most important stuff is going to be with me. The mule is going to carry supplies. It's going to carry extra things and will function as a loot carrier if we need it later.
If I might make a suggestion regarding your mule, I kind of recommend you tie an end of a rope around its neck, attach that to the horse. That way, if you have to gallop, the mule will still come with you, just not alive.
It can't keep up, though. It won't be able to keep up.
Yeah, but that's the rope. It'll basically hang itself, and then it'll be free food.
Right, but I'd rather hold. I am definitely going to tie it, but I'm rather going to hold the rope and be able to let go of it and take off.
See, there you go, Kevin. That's the way to do it. If you, like I say, yeah, you're going to have free food, but it's going to slow his horse down because he's going to be dragging this poor mule behind him. So that's a good idea. And time-wise, now with you talking this and breakfast and stuff, it is about 10 o'clock in the morning-ish, and you look out the window of the keep, and you see that clouds are starting to come in overhead, getting thicker. Overcast, but no rain yet.
Well, we should go.
And if the maps were working, I could show you, but anyway.
I would have liked to have been able to stop and get a tent and stuff, but if we don't have time, I guess.
Hold up. Well, you can. He goes, is there anything that you would possibly need? He'll outfit you for a little bit. It's just like he ain't going to give you anything like overly extravagant, but is there anything that you gentlemen need before you go? Tell me and I'll have my servants get it.
A fine longbow and quiver of arrows, if you have one to spare.
Let me see. I could use a refill on my ale and my wineskins.
Okay. You do want a tent?
Yes, I do want a tent.
All right, go ahead and put that down. If any of you want anything, tell me what it is. But whatever you tell me that you want, unless anything that is super extravagant, you're gonna have to pay for it. He's the head of his town, but you know he isn't gonna give you anything super extravagant. But anything that isn't, let's put it this way: anything under, say, 25 gold, he'll hook you up. Anything above that, he'll talk. But if there's anything specifically for your class or whatever that you think you might need for this, go ahead and ask, and he might be able to hook you up. So yeah, go ahead and put that down that you're wanting the tent. Put that with your stuff. You've got the horse. You're able to take your mule with you. Cadwallon, what was it you were wanting?
A longbow, and I'm willing to pay for it, as well as some sheaf arrows with.
Okay, how much is it?
The longbow is 75 gold. Sheaf arrows are 3 silver. Or
the arrows he'll hook you up with. The bow he'll give it to you for half price.
Cool, sweet.
So go ahead and subtract that off.
Want a cask of like a whiskey or rum or something you can put on the mule.
Okay.
You know, small hand casks like this big.
Yeah. Go ahead
like
and put that with your items.
There we go. That'll warm us up in the night.
Yeah, I'll replenish any food that we've eaten so far. We had a breakfast and a dinner, by my recollection. So get a couple more days or whatever.
Yeah, rations. 200 pickled herring. That's only a few gold pieces.
With me getting this longbow, does anyone want the extra sling?
I don't think I don't have a use for it. I can't really use it that well.
I'll take it.
Oh yeah,
Done and done.
because our wizard lucked out and did some rock chucking back on the road, and you know, guy who can't carry much more than a spell book. What was it? A spell book and something beyond that encumbers you. So it's like you drop the spell book and you're just utterly light on your feet. But yeah, if you want to take it, you can put it in your pouch or
Yeah.
a fold of your robe or whatever.
Get some bullets while you're there.
What was the gold piece limit? Oh, sorry. Could
What's
I
that,
get
Corn?
a lantern, or if they won't give it to me, I'll even buy that. It's not that much. It's like 12 gold, I think. A bullseye lantern.
Yeah, you can get a bullseye lantern. Like I said, anything under 25.
All right. That includes weaponry.
As long as it's under 25. Anything above 25, you're going to pay.
Great fire? No. Two. How much oil is required to keep a lantern going?
I think
should I bring with me?
it's either one flask is 8 hours or one flask is 24. I can't remember.
1 pint is about 8 hours.
So, yeah, and that's a flask is 1 pint.
So I'll take 2 flasks of oil. I think that should be plenty. 16 hours of light in a lantern. That seems like a lot.
And you guys have still got flint and steel. Let's see, we've got your fighter cleric. Rickon is a thief with his thief tools. Wizard and bard. Somebody else. Okay, and we've got Brian here, sort of in limbo, sort of. I was just thinking if there was something else that pertains to Overland. No, I think you guys are pretty much. If there isn't anything that you can directly think that you would need, and everything that you're talking about so far straps right on to your mule fairly easy.
Right.
And I would have had the map up for you to show to do it. And as he's having people bring in the stuff that you need, that little guy that looked like Homer Simpson, he comes in, and at the time he's talking, and you hear him, you hear the Lord Nasher saying about you guys going ahead and going on to the Tower of Twilight. Whenever he says that, going through the Neverwinter Wood, you see the little Homer Simpson guy just get like a look of terror on his face. And Lord Nasher looks over and he goes, "What are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be at the gate?" "Oh, I just got off of my duty, sir. I was just wanting to see if there's anything that I could do before I go home." And he goes, "Looking for extra credit again, eh?" He goes, "Well, after you've had your lunch with your family, you do need to come back for the orientation of the next class of the watch." He goes, "You're going to observe. You've done good enough over the year that I may have you teach a class. Because just whatever you do, don't miss it. You have this thing of not being punctual." And he goes, "Yes, sir." And he looks at you, and he's still kind of got this frightened look, and he walks off.
Hey, what's the matter? What's wrong with you? Are you afraid of something?
And as he's walking, he turns around and he goes, "Sir?"
Yeah, you have this look of fear in your eyes when they mentioned the tower that we were going to. Is there something we should know?
He goes, "Well, you are going through the Neverwinter Woods, aren't you?"
Yeah.
And he
Is
just
that
shakes.
a bad thing?
He goes, "It's very dangerous."
Okay.
Most woods are dangerous. What makes this particular one, particularly fearsome?
There have been stories of adventuring parties going into the woods and never coming back. But the only thing is, though, the only way to get through it is through certain roads, and you have to go in a very stout group. Single travelers from Neverwinter would never go through the woods. We'd go the long way around. It makes travel very, very disparaging. You are very brave indeed. And he turns around and leaves.
Whatever.
So, with a slowly growing look of trepidation, Cathwallen will turn to Lord Nasher and say, You couldn't spare us a small honor guard, could you?"
Okay, now, all right. A small honor guard, no. All right.
A small escort, perhaps?
Hold on. Look on your guys' sheets. And what is your max number of henchmen?
Mine? Or some everyone?
All of you.
5.
5.
8. I think the rogues got
6
like
and
10.
4.
Yeah,
Well, and that's hold on, let me look at something here. He goes, I do have a pool of men that are always looking to increase their fortunes. And today what we have available is 2. So 2 of you can choose who of you will have a henchman. The thing about henchmen, though, is what is it? They get, I think it's 10% of a share.
They get a half a share of experience. They count as half a PC.
Yeah, what is it? That, and as far as I can't remember if it's 10% of 10% of a share of loot or something like that. I can't remember.
It's whatever we negotiate with them, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think that's at least the minimum. Hold on, let me look.
I think the book just pretty much says that they just expect to be treated right. Mm-hmm. They expect a share, you know.
Okay.
Not an equal share, but some.
So as he says that, he goes, I will go get them. And there are 2 young guys, both humans, that come through the door. One is redheaded, kind of looks like Opie Taylor, just a little bit better built. He's about 5'8". And then there is another one that looks like kind of like the Fonz, a little bit taller. He has a leather breastplate on, some leather greaves, some boots, and you see on his sleeves they're white, like the old full sleeve white beater. And they come up and he goes, the Lord says that you guys are looking for somebody to go along on a little bit of a trip. So what's going on? What can we do for you?
Well, we're looking to head through the wood, Neverwinter Wood. You ever been, either one of you?
The Fonz one says no. And the redheaded one that looks like Richard Cunningham, he goes, no, but my uncle did once. He never came back.
Well, we're looking to head there to a tower and then come back here. How much you guys look like you know how to handle yourselves. What kind of weapons you train on?
These guys for you are going to have short swords and flails.
What about shields? You guys got any armor?
All we got is what we got here. We got our leathers.
Okay, well, that's the job. Carry us safely through, well, not carry, but guide us safely through the wood and back.
They can't guide you. They've never been.
Well,
these aren't
escort
guides.
us safely then.
These are just guys that are going to go with you.
That's fine. The job is to escort us there and back.
And this is for 2 members of the party. So who are going to be the 2 members of the party controlling these guys?
Not me. I only accept dwarven henchmen.
Right on. He's true blue through and through. So that leaves the wizard or Rickon.
Hell, I'll take both of them if it's any trouble.
Yeah, I don't want a henchman.
You don't want a henchman?
No thanks.
No hench? Okay. Well, they're going to be thackered out the same, and their AC, since they're basically leather, they're going to be 9. damage per weapon. Go ahead and write their hit points. One has 7, and the other has 9. They're both fighters. That way you can have the basics, and then if you want to flesh them out for the next adventure, or if you cut them loose or whatever, that's on you. But this is the way they are for right now. And Fonzie and the redhead, they look at each other and they go, "Let's talk for a minute." And they step back, kind of hearing that whatever. And he goes, "I'll tell you what, we'll go with you to the Tower of Twilight. But since it is going to be dangerous, I don't know, Richie here, he says that we'll get you there, but after you get to the Tower of Twilight, we're going to go on our own. We may come back, go the long way around and come back here. We may go off somewhere else. But just to go with you to the tower, we want 75 gold apiece."
Damn.
Well, jeepers, I could buy a horse for that price, and it would probably be a pretty good fighter to boot.
You
Now-
guys have horses.
That's
Now-
more than we got.
If you guys
Right.
were going to take us both ways, I might consider it, but 75 gold apiece for unseasoned looking fighters like yourselves? No offense, boys. I'm sure you can handle yourselves, but it doesn't look like you've seen enough winters for the kind of fighting that earns 75 gold pieces.
And Fonzie says, "But you do realize people that go the short way through the wood never come back. This is dangerous work. My uncle never made it back."
Why don't we go the long way then?
How long's the long way and how long's the short way?
The short way is going to be about 4 days. The long way is like 19.
Oh.
You have to skirt all the way around the bottom, which takes you completely around the wood, back down towards Waterdeep, or the other is basically you're going up around Baldur's Gate through the mountains and back down. Either way, those 2 ways are almost equidistant, and they're both between 17 and 19 days. To go the straight shot across the woods, 4 days.
On horseback, right? That's the horseback timing?
Yes.
Okay.
Hold on just a minute. Brian's got a hold of me. Okay. Hold on just a minute, guys. Brian's contacted me.
Let him know that he's still alive.
Okay. I sent you a Google. Okay. All right, we'll give him a second and maybe he can get up in here. All right, he should be here in a minute, guys. We're going to give him a second to...
Well, it occurs to me now might be a good time to take like a 5-minute break while somebody
Yeah, go ahead,
catches
man.
him up.
Go get you guys something to drink or whatever. I'm going to go hit the little boy's headroom and all that. I'll be back in a second.
I managed to make it.
You managed to do what?
I managed to make it. Here at probably what's the end of it, or something.
Got about an hour.
Oh.
Everybody's taking a break for a minute, gone to get bathroom and something to drink or whatever.
All right, we should totally prank them while they're away.
How's
No.
that?
I don't know. I just got done watching an episode of something. All right, so we're randomly at a campsite.
No, we're past that. That's over and done with. You guys are already in Waterdeep. Or you guys are already in Neverwinter.
Ah.
I'm sitting here with I can't do anything with the maps. Whatever, Roll 20 is glitched. So basically we're having to do it without the maps.
What? I mean, this Roll20, I mean, on my 4E campaign has so badly messed up that I cannot see or hear anyone on that thing. We have to start playing through Skype just so that I can play. So I don't know what's wrong with Roll20 lately, but
well, see, like the last time that we played, one of the things was I did it to the Roll20 page where it says launch with Google Plus on that page, and it did not allow me to see you guys. This time I did it where I went directly into Google Plus, started the Google Plus Hangout, and the app is already stuck into the Hangout.
Mm-hmm.
And we were going along for a little bit. I was trying to get everybody to where they could have control of their characters, and it didn't. And then I did this thing where Rick told me about closing out the chat, and then when I closed out the chat and came back, it just froze up the window, and I haven't been able to get my maps back or nothing.
I'll be right back. I'm going to go do something. Okay. Anyway, like I said, I hope my absence wasn't too disruptive or anything. This has been a crazy week for me.
Yeah, the absence thing isn't so bad. It's just I wish Roll20. I think it's because it's a Saturday night or whatever that there's so many people using it or something that their servers are messed up or something's messed up because I can't get this thing to come back.
Anything important happen?
Well, there was a fight with some sturges at the camp that you're looking at. Came on to Neverwinter, talked to Lord Nasher, and what the hell?
Huh?
Somebody, I heard that damn jet thing where I can't hear anybody again.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it sounded like a garbage disposal or something. And you guys are right now getting ready to head to a place called the Tower of Twilight to meet a man who has made something for you guys that was commissioned by Lord Kelvin, and you're having to go through the Neverwinter Forest. But the thing about it is, anybody that goes, 90% of the people that go through the Neverwinter Forest, they don't come out of it alive. And we didn't know that you were going to be here, and Cadwallon just got through negotiating, we were almost through the negotiations for some henchmen, and then you showed up, so we're going to wait until Cadwallon gets back. And
has anything happened that I need to update my character sheet for?
You got your hit points back.
Well, you have a horse.
And you're fully healed. You got your hit points back.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
that too.
I just didn't. Because I thought they could only ride donkeys and stuff like that.
What are you?
A dwarf?
You can like I say, if you watch Lord of the Rings, Gimli rode a pony. He didn't ride a high-handed like a foxtrotter or a large horse. He rode a pony. So yes, dwarves can ride. If they have an affinity to horses and they don't like them, then you won't ride them. But if you're not afraid of them and you're not one of those dwarves that gets pissy about riding a horse, then yeah, you can. You just can't ride the war horses, draft horses, because that's kind of fall that whenever you do fall, you're going to end up getting hurt.
Alright, I'll just put I have a pony.
I think I'll need a pony too, right? Because I'm only 3 foot tall.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Did we all get
My
500
daddy
gold
never
pieces,
got
by the
me
way?
a pony.
No, okay. Whenever you guys got to Neverwinter, what Kelvin told you is to start out. Each one of you would get 75 gold, and then when you got back to
when we get back.
Waterdeep, you guys were going to split the 500. So basically, once you got here, in the missile was a thing telling Alagondar to give you guys the rest of it and split 6 ways, because the paladin still gets his if he didn't get to make it tonight for some reason. It's 67 gold pieces.
All right, hang on. I'll do it. I just need to bring up my calculator by typing in the word calculator, and just add that to my gold.
Okay, Cadwallen's back. Now we hadn't finished negotiating on the henchmen. I had said that they had wanted 75, and we hadn't reached an agreement yet, had we?
No.
And he was saying it's dangerous, and you guys will how far is it? It's 19 days to go the long way, and it's 4 days across if you go through the Neverwinter Wood.
Is it even worth going through the Neverwinter Wood? I mean, there's no like path.
Yeah, there's a bit of a rush because our masters kind of want us to hurry.
Well, you've got this situation that had come up, and that's the reason why that he was wanting you to go now instead of waiting another day.
Right.
And
there was something happening at the tower, right?
Something's going on at the tower, and that's one of the reasons why he said, okay, well, I better get you guys set up so you can go now instead of waiting another day.
Okay, yes. Hang on, I had to log back into Obsidian Portal, so...
Would not be like a bigger cup or something.
And Richie goes, you'd at least give us 50, wouldn't you?
Where in my character sheet do I put that I have a...
Tell you what, my fine two muscular friends, I've got an idea. Now, you say that this is a very dangerous journey. Obviously, if it's dangerous, I should pay you a lot, but if it's not too dangerous, then it's not worth quite as much. So here's the deal. I will give each of you 15 gold pieces, and if we encounter any fighting and you survive, I will give any survivors an additional 50 on top of that once we return.
What is your alignment there, Gorm?
I believe it's lawful good, but let me double check. Well, I don't have it on my sheet, but I'm a priest of Moradin, so probably lawful good.
Okay.
Definitely lawful good. Definitely.
I just like the I like the way he said, "It ain't coming out of my pocket." Okay. And
how much?
I don't need no henchmen.
How much
If
gold
I be a
did we get
dwarf,
again?
it'll come out of my pocket.
Sorry, what was that?
How much gold did we get again for the thing? I'm trying to...
We got 67 each.
Alright.
from him, and now there was some treasure that was found at the Sturge fight, but that isn't going to be messed with until after the adventure. We'll get that figured out. Because of this thing, I got my notes on the map itself, and I can't get into it. So that thing will be figured in whenever I give you guys your experience. Probably after tonight, I'll put it either on Roll20 or for your individual stuff, I'll leave little messages on either Obsidian or Roll20 and tell you guys what you get for your individual and all that stuff. Okay. And they look at each other and they go, well, Uncle said that life was always a crapshoot. But, you know, if we get a chance to make a name for ourselves. So you say 15. If we all get through it. And
well,
then if we come in
gold each, no matter what. That 15 gold is yours as long as you come with us on the journey. If there's fighting and you help us out and, of course, live through it, I will pay you an additional 50 gold each.
And the Fonzie guy goes, hey, let's go.
Excellent. Is the Lord Nasher here to, like, oversee this deal, or is he nearby?
He is at the other end of the hall talking to a couple of his scribes. He's in the area, but he's not, like, standing there watching you. Or anything specific. He was letting you guys do your business.
Okay, well, I will pay them 15 gold each and tell them make sure you get enough food for the trip.
They have everything that they need right off. They're good
Sweet.
to go.
So I'll pay the 30 gold out of my own pocket then, unless anyone else is chipping in.
Not for humans.
I'll pitch in 5 gold.
Sweet.
Yeah. Before we
Actually,
go,
make
I
it
want to.
6, 3 each.
What's that?
Before we go, I want to run the equipment I wanted by you, just so you can, if you can nix anything if you want to.
Okay, go ahead, man.
I got a pony and tack, 2 days of iron rations. Actually, make it 4 days since we're going to be gone longer than I thought. Feed for the horses and ponies, 200 pickled herring, a hand cask of whiskey, a bullseye lantern, 2 flasks of oil, 50 feet of silk rope, a large tent.
You guys already have that. You guys have the rope. Now you will have 100 feet.
Okay. Winter blanket and a cloak.
And yeah, you said tent too. Yeah, everything's good for that then.
Raj, just want to double check.
All right.
I'd like to grab another week's worth of rations and some feed for the horses, unless they came with feed.
He just came with the horses. They don't come with feed. Also, you got to think though, they're grass grazers, so you can let them graze at certain points, possibly on the trek.
Right.
But yeah, so
good idea to have a few days feed at least.
Yeah.
So everything I'm assuming is going to be strapped onto the mule.
Well, I mean, we got horses.
Everything I just read off. The only thing that's not going to be that I read off that I'm not putting on the mule is going to be my rations. And the cloak I'm going to be wearing. That's it. Everything else is on the mule.
Okie dokie. So everybody's set up. And Lord Nasher says, he comes over, he's finished talking to his scribes, and he goes, are you gentlemen ready to go? I have instructed...
He's a wizard, right?
Yes, minor. He's not anywhere near the level of Kelvin, but he has...
Go ahead. Would there be any way he might be able to tell us what these potions do? We've got a whole gaggle of potions that we came across, and we don't know what they do.
That's gonna take an identify spell, which that takes about 8 to 10 hours. If it's successful. So that would have been something you guys needed to do before that came up.
Okay, well we've got henchmen now. We can have them taste it.
Say, here's a question. Does my 5% chance to identify magical items extend to potions?
It should. But that's up to the DM.
Go ahead and make a roll. The only thing is, though, you've got 8, so you've got to make 8 rolls.
Okay, I'm just gonna tell you the rolls are like success, failure, and then we'll figure out which ones they apply to later. That's definitely a failure. 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 Failure.
Starting to sound like it.
Failure.
5.
Failure.
6.
Failure.
7.
And failure.
Damn
No,
it!
it was
you
worth
guys
a
are
shot.
going to have to actually have these identified.
Story of your character's life. Okay.
All right, so even though I can't show it to you on here, there is a little bit of a map, and the Richie Cunningham goes, "Oh, I know where that is," and there on the map it shows there's like a short road that goes to a certain little indented part of the Neverwinter Wood. There was a road that was cut through it centuries ago, but that road still doesn't, it doesn't afford any protection. It just, gives you a sure-footed way to go about, so that's the way that you guys are going to go in. You guys get everything packed. You're on your horses. You leave out of the gate with no delay. There was no stopping by the gate guard. People, I guess the words have gone out that the Bard made an impression at the Sleazy Dragon the other night, so he's people are kind of like looking at him as he goes by. A couple people are looking at the shorter people of the crew riding by, and they're just like, "Hey, how's it going?" This kind of thing. You guys get outside the gate. Go, and you come up to time elapses about a couple hours, and you come to the opening of the Neverwinter Wood. And we're talking these trees that you're coming up in front of are they're ominous. They're tall. It's like the Neverwinter version of the Black Forest in Germany. And you can tell that you hear sounds, you hear hoots, you hear just all these different sounds that are coming through, in some close, some distant. And Richie Cunningham and Fonzie kind of look at each other and they go, like I say, you only live once, and they're kind of at the front. Matter of fact, as you guys are riding, other than those two, since they figure we're the henchmen, we'll be the ones that'll go up front. What is your guys' riding order?
I'll take, I guess, second behind the henchman.
Okay.
I'll be behind this guy. He looks pretty sturdy. He could probably take an arrow for me.
I guess I'll be second to last, just in case we get attacked from there that way.
Okay.
I'll hang back with the mage.
I guess I'll be in the middle.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea there.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see here. Okay.
I probably should have switched my spells out. Oh well.
Well, actually, it's a new day, so you can.
Okay, can I swap out the command for protection from evil? I think we may need that. I think that might be more handy than a one-round command.
Okay, and Tim, their weapons, the flails, I assume they're footmen's flails?
Yes.